So just a quick overview of some of the current features that we've rolled out to allow decentralized editing of certain things. The first one I'll just start with really quickly is the mod suggestion system. So rather than suggesting mods on Discord, this is now done through the website. To find this area, you just need to go to the mod center, and then you go to the pending or disapproved list, and you'll see a suggestions list. Now when you make a suggestion, you just put the name of the mod. So for example, I'll just copy one that already exists over here to make it nice and easy. So the name of the mod would be executive fixed, and then the ID is the special number you see in the file details equals. Now you can only put a number in this box, so you need to make sure that's a number, and then it's just asking for the category, so the most applicable category for this, which it's a map, so it's probably going to be terrain and maps. And then what's the size of the mod, so we can find that there. You can see 3 gigabytes, so I'll just put 3 in that box. Now when you suggest that mod, it will put it in this list, the suggestions list. You can see each person can have up to 3 open suggestions, so you're allowed to have 3 open suggestions at any time. And you can see here the suggestions list, and then this pending adoption list is approved suggestions. So if we think the mod's good in principle and we're willing to test it, then it will be in the pending adoption list. And during that phase, that's when mods are being tested, or tested with our mod pack, or tested in whatever means they need to be tested. So that's how you can do mod suggestions. Dead easy, just straightforward to do. On the disapproved list over here, there's also a reason code. So if a mod's been denied for whatever reason, the reason code stated there. The list though is reviewed just as before, so usually on a monthly basis, and if you need an update on any of them, just ask in the mods channel. Is probably the best place to ask. Let's look at procedures. So there's also now front end editors for procedures. Now not all of these features is available to everyone just yet, but in the future they should be rolled out to more and more people. Let's say we're looking at employee and basic formations and we notice a spelling mistake on the SOP. We can click change request, and then it's asking us for the scope of the change request. So I'm going to put minor, grammar, spelling and formatting. Then it's giving you a text editor for the SOP, and so you could change some images maybe, or fix something, and then you just put the reason, so fix some spelling, ironic, and then you can click submit request. It'll put it into an approval queue and then it could be submitted. This also works if you want to make actual changes to SOP, so you can put major changes to process procedures, removal or additions. Say if you don't like something or you think something needs to be corrected. Again, put the reason in, you change it in this box here and you submit the request. That allows front-end editing of procedure. This feature at the moment is limited to the org COC, so corporals and above, but like I say, we may roll it out to specific people. We have got the ability to give specific people permissions if this is something you're really interested in. And in the future, again, we may roll this out to other ranks as well. And then just finally, the same applies to loadouts. So if we just have a look at the Orbat for today, if you just pick any loadout, so let's go on Combat Lifesaver. There's a new button here called Change Request. So this is a loadout for Combat Lifesaver. If you click Change Request, it will give you the inventory of this. Now the way you can look at this is if you open the game with the correct mod list and you import this into the Ace Arsenal from the main menu, it will give you the loadout. You can tweak it, adjust it, and then you can paste it back here. So let's just say you wanted to remove the entrenching tool. That's the entrenching tool there. So if you know a bit about how this code's structured, then you could just edit it in text like this. But if you don't know, it's best that you do it in the game. Otherwise, you could end up with a big problem. Once you've edited in game, export it, paste it back in here. Put the summary of what you've changed. So put maybe changed primary weapon to have a GL, and then you click submit request. That will do the same thing. It will submit the request into an approvals queue, and if it's approved, it will immediately, and for all future Orbats and anyone in that role, will have your new loadout in it. So it's a way to crowdsource making better loadouts and fixing loadouts that are broken. And as before with the SOP one, this is currently a feature available to NCOs, so corporals and above. We can roll it out to specific people if this is something you're interested in, and in the future we may roll it out to additional ranks as well. But hopefully that's been useful.